So who is this woman and what is she doing in our area? I'm Darcy Jackson, and coming up, we'll tell you what police know at this hour. Recent rainfall has been nice, but one Texoma lake still has about 15 miles of dry lake bed today. This is a perfect example of what roads are looking like right now. You're going to see a lot of clear spots just like the sidewalk. A large trailer was stolen from this property across the street, another down the road, all with one thing in common: this white SUV. What the city didn't plan on was a main temporary line overheating, causing the city to go dark several more times than they bargained for. Scary night for residents in a Northwest Lawton home after a car slams through the front part of their house. Ice hasn't fallen from the sky just yet, but that hasn't stopped the city of Lawton from preparing for the worst. It may look like a full-blown construction site right now, but in just 1 week, these hallways will transform into a brand new high school. Yesterday, we heard from the city of Lawton, who feel the 8-hour shifts are safer not only for these guys, but for the public as well. Lawton police say they're investigating who's behind these bullet holes, but with hardly any witnesses, they say the search is challenging. We don't need tornadoes, but we do need that rain. The Waurika News Democrat may now be a thing of the past, but thanks to a few residents, Jefferson County journalism will be making a return.
Reporter Darcy Jackson got the lowdown on all things funky and skunky. Darcy, how long is this season?
Well, breeding season usually runs from January or February to the end of March. Unfortunately, during this time, skunks are looking for love in all the wrong places, primarily near roads. But just because you don't smell that signature stench in the air doesn't mean one's not nearby. Males are the only ones looking for love. Females are looking for something quite different. For us humans, this is a common response to seeing black and white fur run across our paths. But in the smelly universe of skunkhood, all male eyes are on one prize and one prize only.
Hello, pot pie. How about a date? All right, Sherry. The courtship is over.
It's an animal thing. One male generally mates with between 20 and 30 females.
That's a tall order to fill, meaning these Romeos sometimes forget the rules of the road.
They're just kind of all over the place. It's Oklahoma.
Females can tend to pose the worst threat to people because they like to make your home theirs as well.
Once they breed, the females want to find a den. So that's where you start getting more underneath your house, because if you have a good food and water source right there by your house, they don't want to travel too far from that.
But these home-wrecking hunters could mean more than just stinky spraying.
Skunks are the #1 rabies carrier, so we do want to be very cautious if we approach one.
His best advice?
The more that you can seal up around your house, make sure your garbage can has a good tight lid on it.
And eliminating any food sources like bugs and worms should do the trick to prevent you from hosting another family.
Getting there is half the fun.
It's almost impossible to avoid hitting one on the road since skunks are nocturnal and mostly black. But that doesn't necessarily mean you won't see one during the day. Officials say you should not take any chances with any skunk, and you should leave any city trapping to the professionals. Duncan is known to be a town rich with oil drilling, but nowadays it seems like the hottest commodity to drill for is H2O. This rig is up and running right beside Duncan's busiest thoroughfare, and what it's creating is a future for one local business owner.
So this is more of a preemptive measure on our part to kind of salvage our revenues.
Johnny Brown of 3B Industries Incorporated is spending nearly $45,000 to keep his car wash afloat.
We're going to take about a 25% hit, being closed on Sunday and Monday, and then losing the nighttime hours. This well will supply everything we need to keep the car wash running 24/7.
Local businesses aren't the only ones who want that 24/7 insurance that water will always be flowing. Here at Duncan High School, everyone from the football team, cheerleaders, even the marching band use the football field every year. And not watering it could pose serious problems that go beyond aesthetics.
It becomes a packed playing surface. So, you know, the simple fact of landing on it or the toll that it takes on your whole body from running on that each and every day in a pair of cleats is without being having any contact at all is a risk in itself.
They'll pay for themselves in about 2 years. Is what we're projecting.
And that's the bottom line that business owners like Brown are banking on.
We'll get on with washing as usual and leaving the water supply that's in the lakes for other citizens that need it more.
Thanks for joining us for 7 News at 6. I'm Darcy Jackson. A Duncan home is a total loss tonight after a morning fire ripped through. Our camera was rolling just as the Duncan Fire Department arrived to this home on North 22nd Street and West Beach Avenue just before 8 this morning. Take a look at these flames the crews were thankfully able to put out quickly. The owner of the home and her son were able to get out uninjured. 7 News reporter Dylan Stevens was there this morning and has more from a next-door neighbor. Happening now, an accident on I-44 near Fort Sill Key Gate has halted southbound traffic and slowed down northbound traffic. We have a crew at the accident now, and we're still collecting information. We'll bring you the driver's condition and traffic updates on our Facebook page as soon as they come in. Lawton Public Schools is trying to get the word out about a rumor circulating about firearms being found yesterday at Lawton High School. In a statement released today on their Facebook page, they said, quote, "A rumor is circulating that 2 firearms were found on Friday at Lawton High School. There's absolutely no truth to that rumor. No firearms were found." The remainder of the school day passed quietly. We applaud Lawton Police, Comanche County deputies, the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, and our own police force for acting quickly to ensure the safety of LHS students. Please help us combat this false information. Yesterday, the school heightened security after there were rumors about a student bringing a gun to school. They say they never took the threat as credible, but still didn't take the rumors lightly. The school was also never on lockdown. They're conducting an investigation to find the source of the rumor. A man in Wichita Falls is recovering tonight after his car was hit by a train. Take a look at the damage to this vehicle. Police say the man attempted to beat the train when crossing the tracks near North Beverly Drive and Iowa Park Road. He beat the crossguard's arms. However, the train clipped the back end of his vehicle. The man suffered non-life-threatening injuries but was still taken to United Regional Hospital. A routine traffic stop in Wichita County, Texas ended with 2 being arrested in connection of prostitution. According to court records, on March 25th, troopers pulled over Robert Collins II and Latasha McCoy for driving in the left lane and not passing anyone on Highway 287. After searching the vehicle, the troopers found multiple maps, hotel coupon books, and multiple coin purses containing condoms. Authorities also traced Collins' cell phone number to a commercial sex trade website, and McCoy's was linked to an escort service site. Collins is facing person trafficking charges and is being held on $1 million bond, while McCoy is charged with promotion of prostitution. Her bond is $200,000. A Caddo County man and his son are uninjured after being thrown off their boat when it exploded on Lake Texoma Friday afternoon. According to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol, after being thrown off the boat, Eric Henry and his 2-year-old son attempted to swim to shore but was rescued by another boater. The boat exploded about a half-mile north of Lake Texoma's south shoreline. Both had flotation devices. The cause of the explosion is under investigation. Teachers going to Monday's education rally at the Capitol will not be receiving professional development credits. That's according to the state's Attorney General in a letter to State Superintendent Joy Hoffmeister. Scott Pruitt wrote districts are prohibited from using professional development funds from legislature that aren't approved by the Board of Education. The letter comes after a report that said an unnamed district had notified its teachers they would receive professional development credits for attending the rally. 50,000 teachers are expected this year. They're wanting more funding for teachers and fewer mandated tests. The 51st Annual Home and Garden Show continued today at the Great Plains Coliseum. Hundreds of folks checked out dozens of vendors offering tips and services to help attendees with their home improvement projects, from outdoor landscaping to interior design to home security. Educational workshops were also held today. Shoppers say the event is beneficial for city and country folks alike. The Home and Garden Show continues tomorrow starting at noon until 5. Admission is free. Several vendors are raffling off door prizes, and if you'd like to meet the Channel 7 News team, just stop by the KSWO booth. There's still time for you to make your way down to Temple for the annual Hog Festival. The festival has live music, food, and fun for everyone. Festival was started to bring awareness to Oklahoma's feral hog problem, but has become a premier event for community fun. The hunt just ended, but they still have awards to give out and the crowning of Miss Hog Festival Queen. Tonight's event will go until 10 o'clock. It's located at Highway 65 and Prairie Street in Temple. Tonight at 10, Kelsey Powell will have more from the festival. 16 Oklahomans die every day due to tobacco, and today Jackson County wants to end that rising statistic. The county held their first Kick Butts Day. They celebrated the day by appealing to kids and stopping the habit before it ever starts. They held a kickball tournament and other games for the more than 150 kids that made it out to the event. Also, the community as a whole that quit tobacco use took a group photo to celebrate and encourage others to quit the bad habit.